Hi, this is James Single for Get Your Rock Out, and I'm here with Hey Vanity. How are you guys?
Very well, thank you, James.
Thanks, man.
How's the tour been treating you so far?
It's been great. We've been on the road for this is the 5th show, so 5 days in, and we're already loving it. Well, to be fair, we were loving it on day one.
Straight up.
Great crowds, great vibe. Everybody's getting along well. It's all good.
Yeah, obviously like Don Bronco and Mallory Knox quite like up and coming. How do you feel to be like on a bill of bands that like especially all the bands are British as well? So how do you feel like British talent is like going at the moment?
Definitely proud in that sense. But like Mark said earlier, they've been friends with the Bronco guys for a long time. So it's nice to share the stage with them again, and sharing the stage with someone like Mallory Knox. They're just up and up and up.
Good bands, and I think you make
good people as well.
You make a good point. British music at the moment is doing really well, and there's a lot to be proud of. So look at Bronco selling out a tour as quick as they did, and then sold out London Underworld in 30 minutes, 40 minutes. Then they sold out London Coco in like 2 days.
Yeah, I think because I tried, because I'm from London, so I tried getting tickets to both shows, and I failed horribly. So I've come down to Brighton. So
for us to be part of this is just fantastic.
Obviously, like you're only like a year old as a band. How's the crowds like taken to you so far? Like have you managed to build like a new fan base? Obviously, you had a fan base from previous like projects. So how have you got? How's the fan base building up?
I think it mainly stems from a case of like the tour was pretty much sold out before anyone was announced as support. So if the fans that we've already had before never got tickets, managed to get tickets,
they didn't
have a chance to get tickets. So it's all new faces, all new people.
So we're making fans every day.
It's only extending, definitely.
Yeah. Obviously, you got a new EP coming out in April. How's it like? What can we expect from it? Like as a record?
I like to sort of say we're kind of a punchy rock band with an edge, though. Like we tune in kind of a slightly quirky tuning. We've got like a really low string on the bottom, and so we give you those kind of chirpy rock tunes, but with a bit of a heavy edge.
Yeah,
beef.
Yeah, sounds cool.
Beef to it.
Obviously, you just released your debut single, "Breathe, Bleed, Grow," through Rock Sound as well.
Yeah.
How's the response been like at live shows and just general in like with fans, and how do you feel it's been?
Yeah, I mean the response online's been really good, and at shows as well. Like obviously, again, repeating what Ash said, because people who actually knew the band before couldn't really get tickets to the show, so obviously we're playing to all new people. There is a handful of people sort of singing along to the songs at the shows, but the majority of them are actually checking it out after the shows, and we're getting people after the shows tweeting us saying, I've just downloaded your single, blah blah blah. But everybody's getting involved. No one even knows the songs, and they're still jumping around and dancing at the shows and stuff. So
How's that feel as a band? Like obviously you're not expecting like loads of people to know the songs, but when people are jumping around going like crazy to them, how's that make you feel as a band?
It makes our job a lot easier, because it's kind of like a catch-22. They feed off us and we feed off them.
Absolutely.
So it's going round and round. We're just like, when the crowd goes, simple as that. And then when we go, the crowd goes. So it's just a case of it's just literally a catch-22 in that sense. But it's great to see them go off. Great to see.
I've got to ask you about your song Terry Tibbs, because I'm a big fan of Face Jacker. I was just wondering, have you are you big fans of the show? Or
we probably spend too much of our time talking like Sammy or one of the characters.
That's the first when I first listened to your band, that's the first track I listened to, just because I love the show. So
it was a working title. Basically, we had the song, and I wrote the song completely irrelevant to Face Jacker, obviously. I didn't write a song about Face Jacker. I'm a tiny bit more serious than that, but the first line was "Talk to me."
Yeah, that's the first thing I noticed.
So when I sent it the demo over, we were like, oh, what shall I name it? Because you always want a working title rather than just call it track number 4 or whatever. So I was like, let's call it Terry Tibbs, because the first line I talked to it. The guys will find that funny sort of thing. Send it over, and then
by the time it comes to record, stuck, didn't it?
Yeah, we were like, okay, guys, we need to find a serious name for this song now. And then we went, okay, let's just go with that. It's kind of funny. Let's just stick with it. We can't choose another name, so that'll do.
And obviously you did a cover of Hey Ya as well, and I thought, in my opinion, I think it's better than the original.
Oh,
So,
brilliant!
like,
That's cool.
Have you been playing that on like the tour at all? Or
Yeah,
have you
we are.
have
Yeah,
you?
so you'll hear that on
Yeah.
tonight. It's just ideal for these crowds, isn't it? You got a bunch of kids. Like most of the crowds are very young, and so they're going to love a song that they can recognise.
Yeah.
It's just sensible really to play something that people obviously again bringing back brand new band. Most of the people couldn't get tickets because we were announced once the tour was already sold out. So yeah, it makes sense to sing something that they know and they can get involved in and remember us by.
Yeah. Also, have you got after this tour? What plans have you got? Like, are you going on your own headline tour? Are you supporting many more bands, festival appearances at all?
Well, the plan is to obviously do some festivals, do some all-dayers, that kind of thing over the summer. I think there's going to be the odd short run of shows with bands, maybe a couple of mates' bands, just seeing how it goes. Really, I mean, nothing's completely confirmed, but it's all in the pipeline. And then to release an album at the end of the year, and tour the hell out of that as well. So.
Yeah, that's finally going to ask you about that. Like, obviously, you're coming out in April. What are your plans for your like album? Obviously, just said at the end of the year.
Yeah.
How's that coming along? Like, how's the writing process? And
it's getting there. You find it hard. You sort of sometimes you're always juggling, like, aren't you? You kind of like you're playing shows, and you've got tons of other stuff to be doing. So you're trying to write and. Like I think I was saying to someone yesterday, like inspiration is something you can't force. Like it is what it is. And so we're writing and we've got tunes coming out. But you know, we need to straight after this tour we need to get on it, get on it, and get a ton of songs written.
Hopefully, we'll be inspired by the tour and the whatever all the shows. Because especially when you're writing, you can't, like Mike said, you can't force it. If someone says you sit on an album and you sit and hold that guitar, you're like. What? It just doesn't. You might come out with something that you're kind of, you might come up with a riff, but when you need to get a full length, that's not good enough. Like when you're in an inspired mood, you'll sit down and you'll come out with like a song and a half, and then you'll take it and then we'll chop it up, cut it up, make it longer, make it shorter, whatever needs to be.
Well, that's what happens all the time. And I think after this tour, like we're well and truly going to be in the zone, because you come off a tour like this and you're purely in band mode, because obviously you go home and after a tour and you kind of hit the real world and it's a bit like but I think the good thing about it is you're very much motivated because you're like, sweet, we just played to over this whole tour thousands of kids, and so it's like we'll get back and we'll be like, sweet, if that's not motivation to write an album, then what is?
So basically I'd like to say good luck for tonight's show and I'll see you there.
Thanks very much,
looking forward to it.
Enjoy it. Very much looking forward to it.
Sweet, thanks very much for that.
Thanks.
Thank you.